so hard in my ear. It feels good.
Whisper in your ear.
I don't know that the mic's going to pick that up, though.
Oh, okay. Damn it.
That might have been a little soft.
Too much whisper. Too much whisper in your ear.
Welcome into the program, everybody. WIDESIDE Sports. I didn't know where I was going with that.
Whoop, whoop. What?
Or back, like at the beginnings, for some reason, I'd go, yeet.
Yeah. Yeet.
Yee.
Whatever that
means. I don't even know what that is.
I don't either.
Yee. But, before we dive into the sports subject, we're going to let the listeners know we are going to start another podcast. Not going to be sports related. Going to be movie related.
Yeah, movie related.
WIDESIDE Cinema.
Yeah. So everybody likes movies. Listen in and
give it a listen. See if you like that. It's going to come up on the. You'll find it in the same spot that you find this fine program. It'll be listed as WIDESIDE Cinema, though.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that. Give it a listen. Like it.
Review it. Download it.
Be awesome with it.
Yeah.
Tell your friends. Tell your friends and family that if they like to hear cursing about sports, listen to WIDESIDE Sports. And if they like to hear cursing about movies, listen to WIDESIDE Cinema.
Fucking A.
Either way, cursing will be involved.
Goddamn right.
We need to get enough listeners in so that when movie theaters actually do open up, we can write that off as movie tickets off as an expense.
Yeah, it's an expense. It's a tax expense. Can't wait for movie theaters to open back up. I mean, I miss paying out the ass to watch a movie,
Yeah.
That's the thing I miss.
Or when I'm running behind and I'm thirsty or something, it's like I got to get a soda and some popcorn. That'd be $37.50.
Yeah, you got to get pop and a popcorn, of course.
Yeah.
But
see, that wasn't even said to do that. That's just how I say it. Get a soda.
It's not soda, it's pop. But
soda pop. Soda pop.
Yeah, I mean, I miss it. I miss. I'm a previews guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I miss that too.
It's just not the same watching them on your phone.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what it looks like on a really small screen.
Sucks.
There's just something in the fact that there's not. I don't even know what movies they're holding back.
Yeah, I have no idea either. Yeah. The only one I know that is getting released maybe in August is that Tenet. That new Christopher Nolan movie. I don't know. Who knows? It's kind of like Inception-esque kind of.
Esque.
Yeah. Anyway.
Come out with a movie just called Esque. But we'll save that for the other podcast. Be sure to give that a listen. Tell your friends, your family, even people that you don't like.
Yeah, especially people you don't like.
If you use Facebook, tell those Facebook friends.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we do have some sporting news.
Yeah. The Washington football team.
You would have thought the name change was going to be the big story for them this week.
And it's just not.
It's not.
It's not.
Not at all.
It's way worse.
I didn't read the whole. I assume the whole article came out today. I didn't read that. I just know the speculations of what it was yesterday.
Yeah, the sexual assaulting of the 15 women.
I was informed that it was. Now this is yesterday. This is the allegation side. So allegedly, we'll throw that in there. I threw air quotes up like you guys can see me, but you can't. Not yet, anyways. But it was kind of like a hangover thing, hookers and cocaine. Yeah. It's like, and Jay Gruden's name was thrown in it and all that stuff. Now, this is yesterday. I haven't read the but now I know it's 15 women filed charges of sexual harassment.
So it's not it doesn't seem like it's just a one
in the NFL statement of the disturbing, that's a pretty strong language to use.
Serious and disturbing are the two adjectives they use to describe it.
And now it makes sense when, like the minority owners were trying to bail out.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed weird that they were bailing out over a name change.
Oh yeah,
but I'm guessing they was already contacted for quotes, so they knew this story was coming.
Oh yeah,
of the hey Dan Snyder, we're fucking done with you, pal.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, the biggest thing to me was the years that it went on.
Right.
06 to last year. 06 to 2019. Just like that is a wide span of.
So that's. You can say the coaching could be involved in it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that the whole staff has changed over how many times in those years because they fire everybody. So, but you got to look at it as the core of the front office.
Yes.
And then apparently that being as they always like to talk about in football, is the culture.
Oh, yeah.
They have a very rapey culture in Washington. So when the new coaches come in, they just go with the flow. I mean,
I hope that's not.
Maybe change that up a little bit, fellas.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I don't know how you go that long without anything being brought up. I mean, that's fucking 14 years of.
And that's and maybe it was just sexual assault, and then a new coach comes in and says, "You know what you guys need? Cocaine. Need some cocaine in there. Need some
cocaine."
So that was, what could have been like a good week for Washington is a name change.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard a bunch of fans and stuff be like, "This is bullshit. They shouldn't change that name. It's not offensive." It's like, well, you're a white guy.
Yeah.
So you don't. That's really not your decision. Yeah. It's just not.
It's not. No.
And I don't know that you want to be on that side of history of the one throwing the fit that they're changing their name.
Yeah. I mean, it's a name. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't even call it a name. Legally, it's called a nickname. So it's like your name is Washington.
Washington.
Your nickname is your mascot.
Team of Washington.
Yeah, exactly.
But I always, I've heard one guy getting interviewed. He said, for people that don't think it's offensive, throw any other color in front of that name and see how you feel.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. I'll tell you what, if it was black, that thing would have been changed a long time ago.
You know it. Yes. And then white skins just sound so goddamn racist that you shouldn't even put it on there. That's terrible.
Can't do that.
No, that's awful.
But it was just like, I've heard people calling into radio shows. I guess I'm coming around to them changing the name. I just don't see why they need to do it. Of like, hey, it's 2020.
Yeah, I mean,
they've been fighting this for. And the funny thing is now, granted, the sexual harassment thing is going to come down on Snyder's head.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be interesting to see if they use the precedent that the NBA set by forcing the Clippers owner out after that.
Yeah.
Of, hey, Dan, like you've had a shit show of an organization since you've owned it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's time you move on.
You just tell that some bitch.
But, I mean, he was going to get credit for finally changing the name.
Yeah.
Even though he didn't want to. It was like he said he'd never change it in like 2012.
Uh-huh.
Then in 2016, he doubled down.
Yep.
And then this year, he really was going to double down again.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, FedEx and Nike's like, you're not getting any more money from us. Yeah. Oh, well, you're going to dive into my pocketbook?
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I said pocketbook.
Yeah, it's the 40s.
Checkbook.
Yeah.
Which who has checkbooks anymore, I guess. Just on a weird path down here. But you're going to affect my money, especially merch.
Oh, yeah.
When Nike says, yeah, we're not printing any more of your shit. Yeah. And we're the official
and they took it off
NFL,
the racks.
And they pulled it off.
All of it.
Of like, okay, we'll change it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, it actually could end up being a boom for them because now everybody's got to buy new gear.
Uh-huh.
So that's,
and they're not going to change up, obviously, color scheme. It's probably going to stay that maroon or red or whatever that is.
I would think
yellow.
So. Or they could just have a dick move and just change the whole thing.
Change everything. But, I mean, you're going to get a new logo. Yeah. You're going to get everything new and,
Yeah. I would think they would stick with the color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a fan of, and I am a fan of, the Red Wolves.
Yeah, it's a cool name.
Is a cool name.
It's a cool name.
And as we talked about, because the Wolves Den in the program when they start, yeah,
a
little third down howling.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome. Third down comes, you hear that howl instead of a fucking bell.
And those old guys in their 60s can still dress up like pigs.
Yeah, and
drag.
Yeah, women that have pig noses, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. They can still do that.
Yeah, they're still the hogs.
They're like, well, how are they going to do that with them? It's like, it doesn't fucking make sense for their name now.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter.
I mean, it makes a little bit more sense because,
yeah,
you got the wolf and pig.
Hogs.
Yeah. I mean, that one
whole thing.
Yeah, that one story.
Blow that house down.
Yeah, except for it's brick.
It? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, the three little pigs, right?
Yeah. Then somebody's going to come out and say, well, that wolf's trying to blow the house down in Washington to sexually assault the people inside. Is that too far?
No, I think that's appropriate. at these allegations now. Yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be an interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of the sexual allegations, I just looked it up. There have been 6 coaches from 2006 to 2019.
Yeah.
In the Redskins organization. So 6 different coaches.
So basically, they would be the worst if it wasn't for the Browns.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yes. I mean, for you anywhere from Joe Gibbs' second stint there to now Ron Rivera was hired in 2019.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully Rivera doesn't get drugged through the mud. Obviously, I'm sure he's made a statement coming out against everything.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, he just got there.
He just got there and been on lockdown.
Yeah.
So he's really not been to the facility to witness.
And then, and I feel like he's
Tony
got a lot
Montana piles of cocaine laying around the locker room.
Cockroach.
This is where you get your Gatorade. This is where you get your. Need a protein bar right here.
Yeah. Line of Coke over there.
This is for the lines. This is the pile you stick your face in, and if you need a bump, you go over here.
Everybody get ready for practice.
Yeah, let's go. Gonna do 40 times today.
Oh, man. Yeah. Got that one trainer sitting over there with a fucking razor blade. Cutting it up.
Got the strength coach throwing up 450 on the bench with blood coming out of his nose. What are you bleeding for? I don't know. I'm just having a good day. Having a good day.
I did it 7 times. Let's go.
You guys don't know how to work. Well, coach, we don't get to inject all the shit that you do. It's like, why is it that almost every strength coach looks like he takes all the steroids?
I know.
I don't know why you guys can't get in this kind of shape that I do. Hey, man, we get tested. You are not.
You're not tested. You can take whatever the hell you want.
Yeah. Just fire it right into that ass cheek.
Yeah.
All the steroids.
I feel like Ron Rivera had a little bit to do with the name change, too. Just him being too. Not a white guy, and as a coach, that's probably one of the first ones they've had, if not the only one they've had.
Yeah. And what is his ethnicity?
I thought he was a black guy. But
he
could be. Rivera sounds kind of almost Hispanic.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking like partially maybe
a little
in
bit of both.
Cuban, Puerto Rican kind of area.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm assuming he's probably a little bit part of that,
Yeah.
Trying to, hey, come on. Hey, change it,
Well, because the Cleveland Indians have been under fire too. Are they gonna?
The one thing I've heard with the Indians is they're not gonna. They may not be called the Indians. They're gonna. They may go with the tribe, which I don't know how that's really any different. Because like a tribe is like a group.
The Cleveland tribe. Yeah. Tribe is fine because
it's not really.
That's not a Native American thing. I mean, there's tribes everywhere.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of a weird.
It's a kind of a weird
Cleveland tribe.
But everybody kind of already says go tribe,
Yeah, they can keep all that branding.
Yeah, exactly. I think that was
they were already getting rid of their logo.
They already did, a few years ago. The Chief Wahoo.
And then they had Scalpin' Sammy.
Yeah, that was.
If you don't recall that,
I do recall that. Now that you say that, yeah, that's a little bit before my time, but I do know what you're talking about.
Go ahead and use that one. Right, yeah, and then they won't be able to play Major League anymore.
No,
it's a good movie.
Great movie.
But yeah, it's a different times. I think there's still some high schools around here that have that nickname. So
the one high school around here that's not very far is not changing their name. They came out on the local news and said that. So
yeah,
I'm not shocked by that high school. I think it just makes sense that they're not going to do it.
Yeah, for them, that's total sense. They had some other rules on the books that were still.
But the one in our city, I don't know if they've had really kind of caught any issue with their name.
Yeah,
I don't think. Know. I mean,
Well, it just happens to be in an area where there's a plaque about when they kicked the Native Americans out of here.
Yeah,
it's like on this date we broke the treaty with them and forced them to Oklahoma. That's kind of what it's like.
Pretty much.
I don't know that's.
So is that a document?
That plaque up?
Is that a document of the Trail of Tears? Is that?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good one.
I always thought that was funny. Some of the historical markers that you see, like there's one over by a town where there was like a prison break years ago, and they ended up killing like 4 people down the interstate.
Oh, okay. And there's a plaque for it?
There's like, this is where it ended.
Oh.
Like, hey, what are you
doing?
Why is that a historical spot?
I don't know.
Here's where a bunch of people got killed. By people who escaped from a prison.
Yeah. And I find that weird. with like around the area where somebody gets in like a car crash and they die and they put like a memorial, like flowers or something on the side of the road. I don't think you're going to forget that that's where it happened.
Yeah.
If you know that person, you don't have to put the memorial there. I think
Well, that was happened one of those, I don't know, probably a month or so ago. I was driving into work. It's like 4:00.
Yeah.
And it's just a cop car parked along the road.
Uh-huh.
And then, like, up a little further, there was another cop car. And I didn't pay it any attention. They were just parked next to the road.
Yeah.
Drove by. And, like, a week later, I come back, and then those areas, there's, like, flowers and stuff. I'm like, oh, I just missed the cleanup.
Yeah.
I got here at the tail end.
Yeah.
So, but the best going to work story is when I still worked at the other place. And I still lived at home, so this would have been 20 years ago. I was coming to work. There was a cop car there. There was a car on the side of the road, or like on the road, but like maybe straddling the white line on its hood.
Oh.
Like, huh. How'd you get to that position?
Yeah.
That you're still mostly on the road, but on your hood. So you flipped it, but somehow kept it on the road.
It's almost impressive, really.
Can't get me for losing control. I'm not in that person's yard. Yeah, that was pretty impressive. But, I leave it to me to take that from a serious discussion into murder. But that's what I do.
And laughing about it.
Yeah, and laughing about it. But, over under it. I mean, I guess you can percentage-wise, Dan Snyder's still the owner of Washington after this kind of plays out.
Okay, how long are we going to say that it plays out for?
Oh, it's at least got to go a year, doesn't it?
Okay, yeah.
Because he's 15 allegations. It's at least.
That's going to be it. I assume he's...
Now you got 31 other owners, but like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because we don't need...
that.
The NFL does not need the court system to make their decision for them.
Yeah. And I don't want to... I'm not a person who punishes like the team. So like, don't take away... I don't think you take away draft picks. I don't think you do anything like that. Maybe... just get rid of him. It seems like him and maybe everybody. I don't know if even anybody in the front office is still there from 2006 to 2019. I don't know what names are in there. I'm assuming if your name is brought up, you should probably be let go. I think that's really the only issue. I mean, I try to revert back to the Penn State stuff with that. Not obviously, it's not women with that, but everybody who was there got fired. Kind of got let go, and then either that or just has like a little asterisk back to their name of, hey, this isn't the person.
I've never been a jump to fire everybody.
Yeah.
Just because a lot of that shit's came out in these last couple of years.
Yeah.
And then a lot of it kind of rings false and somebody got shit canned and then they had to get hired back. But when you start looking at this for 14 years, 15 allegations of like, there's something.
Yeah. There's something that's
not, I don't even know exactly what all the allegations are, but obviously something happened.
Yeah, I mean I mean at the end of the year, at the end of the football season, if there is a football season, I would assume by this time next year he's probably not the owner. If the NFL wants to really crash down on it, I mean it's really, he can get charged for all this. But it's really up to the NFL to decide whether he's going to stay or not.
Right. I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with the legal side of like, hey man, you're bringing us down.
Yeah.
And you got a big time franchise as far as the NFL. You got a top 5.
Oh,
as far as
fans wise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of hey, you've been kind of dragging your dick here lately.
For the last 7 years.
And really almost since you've owned them.
Mm-hmm.
Of maybe it's time for us just move in a different direction.
You have a terrible rep.
Yeah.
And then now this is even worse.
Yeah. It does kind of come out that like, everybody hates you.
Uh-huh.
Like not a lot of people have good things to say about you.
No.
So
maybe it is time to,
maybe the owners go, it's time for you just to move it on down the road.
Was that your Jerry Jones?
Nope.
No,
that was just
you squinted your eyes.
Down the road.
Squinted your eyes like
I'm tired. My eyes are tired. I was resting my eyes.
Sorry.
I had that discussion with my mother last week. She was talking about something about somebody, taking a nap.
Mm-hmm.
I said, wow, she tried to just say she was resting her eyes.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, like you used to when we were kids? I'm just resting my eyes that you weren't taking a nap.
I like that. I'm just resting my eyes. 3 hours later. Yeah, man, I feel rested.
That's one of, because we kind of got in that nap discussion because talking about, obviously, my job, and I've been working a lot of hours of taking a nap. I'm not a good nap taker. Like, I'm not somebody that just lay down, take a nap for an hour.
Yeah.
Like, if I doze off on the couch, I'll wake up like 5 hours later.
Okay.
Like, all right, well, I'm not going to be able to get back to bed tonight. Yeah. So this kind of ruined my day.
I'm a good napper. I mean, like 45 minutes, and I'll kind of like wake myself up. I mean, that's pretty much about as long. Unless I'm absolutely like exhausted, like I stayed up most of the night, then 45 minutes, I'm good.
I'll catch some of those. Like I'll and it kind of gets, toward the end of the golf season as I'm just kind of basically burnt out.
Yeah.
Of like, I'll get off work, maybe get home at 2:00 and just doze off on the couch watching something. Oh, there's a sneeze.
Sorry, I sneezed.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
But, doze off at like 2:00.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up at like 7. I was like, grab something to eat. And then go right back to bed till like, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., whenever I'm waking up. I'm like, well, I just slept, let's basically say for 12 hours. I mean.
Yes. I ruined my day. I mean.
Yeah. My day's gone.
I mean, my wife will sleep. We'll take a nap and be out for 3 hours if I let her.
Yeah.
I'm like, we can go do something. We don't have to just sleep. I mean,
if you just want to sleep and let me watch TV, I'm okay with it.
I just didn't know if you wanted to do something.
Yeah, so we got that topic going down. It'd be interesting to see what happens with old Washington.
I want to see what comes out first. Are we going to go ahead and just throw away the name changes now?
I figured the name change was coming out today.
Me too. I assume
but
that
now
as well.
They're kind of in.
Yeah, they're in panic mode of all these allegations.
But maybe you drop it today and try to move that.
Yeah. Well, I read where there was 44 different names they proposed to the NFL. Like to be like cleared.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I don't know if why 44? I don't know. You couldn't pick like 10.
Well, I assume they'd narrowed down. Like, I'm guessing, like, they already know what the name is.
Yeah.
But you got to get trademarks and all that shit because if you miss them and somebody dings them, that's millions of dollars.
Yep.
I mean, so it's like you kind of have to, here's our logo. We need that trademark. Here's the name. We need that trademark. Here's our slogan. Here's, it's
all that shit. Yeah.
Because I think, somebody trademarked or copywrote or whatever it was when, like a day after Tom Brady signed with Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay was
already trademarked.
Was trademarked like the next day.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I was like, Jesus, guys.
Yeah.
Like, you're not him.
You're not.
Which I always think is weird of like, now, if your name was Tom and you lived in Tampa, you could do that.
Uh-huh.
But if you're like Steve from Nebraska, like, hey, we're not letting that shit go through.
Sorry, that's
come
wrong.
on.
Come on. Yeah, I don't know.
But apparently, I knew, like in 2016, some guy bought up like 40 or 50 names that would kind of go with Washington.
Oh, okay.
And has just been sitting on them.
Yeah, to try to get money out of it. Yeah.
It's like, buying all that stuff, like, because I rewatched The League we talked about when Taco owned Cowboys.com.
Cowboys.com.
Like, yeah, that's kind of what you're doing. Good show.
It is a good show.
I finished it.
It is funnier than hell.
But did you watch the fights?
I did. I didn't watch them live. I had to rewatch them the next day, but I did watch them. Yes. I don't know. They were good.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. It was almost because we built it up so much, and I was just like, huh.
Yeah.
Plus, the guys I wanted to win didn't win.
Right.
That was the other thing.
My thoughts of the Jan Aldo of like, for sure, stop the fucking fight, dude. You're 30 seconds into this guy pummeling his head off the mat.
Oh, yeah.
And just let it keep going. I think he might get up. Really? Him putting his hands over his face while he's getting pummeled and not moving?
I know it.
What makes you think he's going to try to get up?
Yeah, I know
it. This is the second time. I thought Max won that fight.
I did too.
And
I really did.
I might be in the minority. I thought Max won the first fight.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that was bad.
Yeah.
I really did. I was like, the whole time I'm thinking he's got this, and then the end comes. But when Dana White comes out and says it,
yeah. Well, he knocks him down in 1, knocks him down in 2. I thought he clearly won the third round.
Yeah.
He lost 4 and 5. And you get people that go, well, this guy was dominating later in the fight. If this keeps going, he's going to win. So those count for more. No, they fucking don't.
Yeah.
That's not the way it fucking works.
No.
Each round counts the same amount as the next round.
Yep. It's not.
That's just the way it's judged. And the bad thing is, it's like, I need to see that fight again.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know that you will, because Max has lost to him twice. But I think Max beat him twice.
Yeah.
So
I mean, definitely this time I thought Max won. He should have won.
I think since Dana said that, I think you're going to get that fight again.
Yeah.
Like maybe they each fight somebody else, but
and then just come back and get it again. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying the guy's a bad fighter. Volkanovski, I'm not saying he's a bad fighter. He's a good fighter, but I don't think he won that one. I just don't.
I think, and this is my thought, is like in the first fight, and you've seen a little bit in the second fight, but not as. I think some of those judges weigh too much in on those leg kicks.
Yeah.
They are very, you can fuck somebody up.
Oh, yeah.
And I've seen fights stopped where the guy just quit.
You can't fucking stand on his leg anymore.
But you're counting that. Well, Max had 48 strikes and he had 49.
Yeah.
Well, 20 of his were leg kicks. All of Max's were like to his head. That's not the same.
It's not the same. No, they're not the same. I mean, if you want to go by, I don't know however you want to fix it, if the legs count with less or, whatever. But yeah, a leg kick, it's damaging, but it's not the same as being fucking punched in the face 50 times.
And you got knocked down twice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those, I didn't see it that way. I disagree with the judging in UFC is fucking horrific.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how many times in the last year I'm like, oh yeah, he easily won that fight. And then it's like, oh, he didn't win at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't even a split decision. Yeah. I don't, what are you guys watching?
What are you watching?
Did you watch any of this?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
But I thought Rose looked really good.
Yeah.
Then kind of got touched up a little bit in that third round.
Yeah,
but I mean, she clearly won the fight.
She was good.
She looked fantastic.
She's fantastic anyway.
Yeah.
I'd like to see her fight more.
Yeah.
Bigger,
yeah. It's been about a year.
Bigger names.
Well, she was a champ.
I know she was a champ.
But, and that's Jessica's the one that beat her, and Rose it was the same fight.
Yeah.
Rose was tuning her up, and then just kind of got dropped on her head and knocked out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things of her, Whaley's a champ. I thought that the Whaley-Joanna fight, I kind of thought Joanna won that fight.
That was the last one they did?
Yeah.
The Whaley's last fight? Yeah. She had the big knot. Yeah.
You could make an argument that she won that fight.
Yeah.
So I think those are the only two people ahead of Rose. And Rose already beat Joanna twice.
Okay, so then we need a Whaley-Rose fight?
She took the title from Joanna.
Okay.
And then Joanna got another chance because she's like the GOAT of that division and got beat again. So it's like I need a Rose Whaley fight.
Yeah.
But I think that Joanna Whaley fight, it's kind of like that needs to happen again. I mean, so I don't know.
It'd be a good one. I mean, I can't fucking talk. But when I first started watching the UFC with like Chuck Liddell and Rampage and all those guys, the women have came just fucking so far, and they're actually fun to fucking watch now.
Absolutely.
And they're badasses. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Too much?
It needs to point at you.
That's not? Okay.
No, it was pointing straight up in the air.
Gotcha.
As I was watching.
My bad.
I mean, we've only been doing this for almost 50 episodes.
Hey, shut up, man. I don't know how to work the mic. Sorry.
It needs to point at your face like you're going to suck it.
All right, it is. I even spit on it.
Yep, you can lick it a little bit.
Okay.
Even. I like to put my lips on it when I talk. Get in real close like.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the women have came so far, and they're fun to watch, and they're all awesome.
The only thing that's bad about the women is the fact that like Bellator exists. So they have women's divisions too, because there's just not enough of them yet. I mean, it's getting bigger. I mean, you're getting more. But like if Bellator didn't have all their women's division and you could take the best of their fighters and bring them in the UFC, then you'd have a really solid base of
women's fighters.
Because you get into that point, say if Weili beats Joanna and then beats Rose. Well, you got her just dominant. At 125, you have the Bullet, the Russian girl that kills everybody.
I know what you're talking about.
And then at 35 and 45, nobody's beating her.
No.
So
I can't remember her name either.
Yeah, I forgot it. But it's just they get so dominant, and there's just not enough turnaround.
Which is why Rousey was so dominant for all those years, because there wasn't anybody to challenge her until
she got kicked in the face.
Yeah, until she got fucked up.
Kicked right in the face.
Yes.
Couldn't be any better. I'm going to put my shin on your nose. That's what happens. The first fight of the night went exactly as I thought it would, because Paige Van Zandt isn't good.
No, she's not.
She's not UFC caliber.
Nope.
She's just not.
Nope.
You tapped out in a minute and a half or whatever.
Yeah, and it's just like, really? That was the fight you put up?
And that was and that was the last fight of her contract, because she didn't sign an extension because she wanted to be a free agent. So what kind of money she'd get? It's like, well,
none.
You've lost 3 out of 4. And you didn't do much.
No.
Like you hit her once.
Yeah, and you got in a minute and a half, you got tapped out.
And like your other fights haven't been competitive either.
No, so maybe you're not going to get...
You're kind of banging on your looks. And I don't... you were helpful, but I think the UFC has passed the looks department.
Oh, yeah.
That they don't need that shit because they got some killers.
Yeah, exactly. And some badass women.
You're not any good, Paige.
No, sorry. It's time
She's still young, not that she couldn't be, but maybe maybe go to Bellator.
Maybe get some wins underneath
fight around
your belt.
A little bit and see what you can do there, and then maybe come back. But, then Usman, Masvidal, that went exactly how I thought it was going to go.
Yeah, and I just like Masvidal so much. You know, you hate to see him lose, but Usman's a good fighter.
Usman's a motherfucker.
He is.
I mean,
he is a good fighter, but for some reason, I just feel bored when I watch him fight.
Well, he's a wrestler.
I know he is, but
the only difference was I didn't know Usman or Masvidal's takedown defense was that good. That Usman really couldn't get him to the ground. That's why he ended up against the cage. But that's kind of what I expected.
Okay,
but I don't think it doesn't tarnish Masvidal.
No.
It's like, hey, you took it on 6 days.
Yeah, exactly. He was in a win-win situation.
Yeah, you took it on 6 days. You flew halfway around the world.
Yep.
And I thought it was awesome, because they talk shit. They had that dust up at the Super Bowl. But hey, we're done fighting. Here's a hug. And
exactly.
Masvidal going, let me get a couple wins. We'll run this back.
Yep. I mean,
and then comes out afterwards, goes, hey, he got the best of me. I've fought him. I see a path to beating him.
Yep. Okay. Let's bring it back then.
I buy that.
Yeah, me too.
Because it hadn't. Because you still got the Gilbert Burns fight. That's got to happen. I don't think Masvidal is going to get the direct rematch.
No.
And you got Colby out there, because the Colby Usman fight was fucking phenomenal.
It was good.
So I kind of want to see that again. So, I mean, still a lot going on. Masvidal's still a star.
Yeah.
You can always still fight Diaz again, too.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, get that BMF belt back in there. Yeah, that'd be fun.
I think that was kind of one of those weird things for me. Masvidal was at a point with that BMF, and he was so popular. He didn't need the title.
No.
Actually, that was probably the worst fight for him was the Usman fight. He'd make more money in other fights. He'd fight Diaz again. The whole Conor McGregor thing, he came up to 174 that fucking point.
Yep.
And then they just never made it happen. So, I mean...
I like it. I like Masvidal. Everybody likes a good backstory.
Yeah.
And then I didn't really know his backstory. And then when ESPN interviewed The Rock about him, like how they kind of got in there, he goes, when I go back in Miami, he goes, when I was down in Miami, you heard the legend of Masvidal in the streets doing all of Kimbo Slice's street fights
on the undercard of Kimbo Slice backyard fights.
Yeah, he goes, you heard about him in Miami, and he goes, so I had to check him out and stuff, and then realized,
Yeah, he's the guy he's a fighter of like...
He really is.
A lot of guys, martial artists and stuff like that. Now, he is a martial artist, but...
He's a fucking fighter.
He's a fighter.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he does. I mean, that's just who he is. So that's, A lot of good things for him.
Yeah, he's got lots of. I know he's kind of, what is he, 35?
Yeah, he's been doing it for a long
time. He's probably got a couple more fights in him, but he's so exciting that.
But that's one of those fights. As a week later, if we're not talking about it, you almost couldn't even remember. Did Masvidal win or lose that fight? It's like out of your head of like, well, he took it on 6 days.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Plus, it's goodwill with the UFC. He took that fight on 6 days. He made that card because what they do, 1.3 million buys.
Yep.
100% Masvidal.
Oh yeah.
If it's Usman Burns, that thing does 400,000.
Okay.
Maybe 300,000
yeah,
buys.
I get it.
You can almost say he pulled up 1 million buys on his own.
I would agree with that, just because even if you don't, he's a superstar. Even if you didn't know him, you hear, oh, this guy's taking on a fight in 6 days. I want to see how this goes.
And Dana even came out after that when they released those numbers, said, this is on Masvidal. He said he's a legitimate superstar. Of like,
okay,
that's pretty big praise.
That is pretty big
coming
praise
from
the head honcho.
Yeah. Because you don't get many of those.
No.
You have a Nate Diaz. You have Masvidal. You have McGregor.
Yep.
And you probably have Khabib. Just because it's just...
He's fantastic.
It's just the legend of Khabib.
Yeah, but nobody wants to watch John Jones for some reason. He doesn't ever get a lot of buys.
I think people's just tired of him.
Yeah, I get it.
Hey, fuck up.
Just fight.
Stop.
Yeah. Stop doing what you're doing and fight, because you're really good.
To try to make it better or making it worse.
They really are.
Stop
doing what you're doing. Quit calling out the guy who's going to pay you.
Yeah, it's like and that is a weird thing of literally are watching the greatest ever to do it. And nobody wants to watch because he just doesn't move the needle. And I think a little bit goes to he's not the most entertaining. He's phenomenally good. His fights are good to watch.
Yes.
Just not entertaining like a Conor or a Masvidal.
Yep.
He doesn't do great at telling his story. Like, you don't know a lot about him.
Yeah.
And then it just comes out of like, well, he didn't even train for that fight at all. Like, he showed up like a week before the fight, cut some weight, and got in the ring. Of like, well, people don't want to hear that either.
No, they don't want to. That just kind of comes off as an asshole.
Yeah.
That you don't care. Seems like that's what it is.
Well, because the one, you could make an argument that he lost to Gustafson. It was a decision, and it was close.
Yeah.
And that was the one where, like, a week before, he was at a Super Bowl. Or, he was partying. He never trained.
No. Yeah.
And then in the rematch, he beat the shit out of Gustafson.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're formidable. That's when they talk about the Reyes thing. Like, you make an argument that Reyes beat him.
Yeah. Yep.
And they say that he's dodging him, which I don't think he is. I think you'd see that same thing. They have that rematch. John Jones probably beats the shit out of Reyes.
Yeah.
It just, you have my attention.
He's in the light heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I need him to go up.
Yeah, me too, because I want him to fight fucking...
I think, because in my mind, obviously if DC wins, if he beats Stipe, he's retiring.
Yep.
He's either way.
Yeah.
I think if Stipe wins, I think Stipe probably retires too.
Okay.
Like, he's getting to that age.
That age, yep.
He had the retina problem and stuff like that of like,
You need to see.
Hey.
Yeah.
Ask Bisping how that goes. He's missing an eyeball.
Yeah.
But that's why the John Jones, Francis Ngannou, making an interim.
Yep.
You like doing interim shit.
Yeah, I know.
Make that the interim title, and then if DC wins and vacates, John Jones champ, or
I think he would avoid that
Francis.
fight.
Ooh.
I think he would. I don't think he wants beat.
He wanted that fight. He kind of called out Francis, but it was a no call out thing, and then he put a number on it that was just Which you're going to make more money going up to heavyweight, but and there's no. It's not even. John Jones is a better fighter.
Yes.
It's not even fucking close.
No, he's a way better fighter.
But you only got to get touched by Francis.
Yep. You need one punch.
That kick that bothers a 205er might not bother a 265-pounder the way it,
Yeah.
He might walk right through your elbow just to hit you.
Yep.
And that might be a problem. So
he may not feel what you're hitting.
John owned DC at 205.
Yep.
I think it's a different fight if they fought again.
Okay.
At heavyweight.
Yeah, heavyweight.
It's just not,
it's just not what they're used to.
DC's
the heavyweights
not cutting down. For him to get to 205 is just shocking.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of shit going on in the UFC. A lot of good fights.
A lot of good fights. I mean, a lot of good fights that can become something, and hopefully they.
And the bad thing is 205 is just the fucking best because John's better than everybody.
Yep.
And Reyes is really the only contender. And Reyes came out the other day and said, "Hey, if he's not going to fight, strip him. Yeah. You like to strip people of titles.
Yeah.
I want to fight him. He's refusing to fight. Strip him. I'm not trying to dodge him. Strip him. He's holding up the division.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the last time I've seen a 205 fight.
Yeah, I know. You don't.
I mean, they hadn't been on the cards, or they've been on fight nights, which means nothing to the challenge, anyways.
Nope.
So
yeah, a lot of good things coming in the UFC.
Yeah, hell yeah. Looking forward to that stuff.
I know it. Can't wait for the DC Stipe one though.
Pumped up for that one.
Can't wait for that one.
Pumped up for that one. Hopefully they get something else going on that because the rest of that card is garbage.
I know it.
There's fucking nothing on it.
I know. I don't want to buy one fucking fight.
Yeah, it's the
last fight.
You know, they'll do something.
Yes, there's got to be at least
give me a co-main event that's something.
Give me at least one more fight that's
your
good.
main card. I haven't heard of half of them.
Yeah, I know.
So that's a problem.
Not good. Yeah,
because Stipe and DC, as far as being great, they're not pay-per-view draws.
Yeah.
So like you need to kind of load the card up a little bit to get some big numbers out of them. So, but it's a fight that needs to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the one thing I'm not looking forward to, professional segue, is the fact that I'm getting more and more leery that we're going to have college football.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's going to happen.
I don't know if it's going to happen either. I for sure will say it's not happening on time.
No.
I can almost guarantee that.
I think that's why the Big Ten kind of jumped out and said conference only because they bought themselves, 3-4 weeks of, hey, we'll just bump this shit back.
They did end up coming back for workouts though.
Right.
They did. So I mean that's a better step if you want to call it. If you want to look for a positive and all this shit that they're able to at least be in the facilities now again. So
it just doesn't. It just feels like. Which I don't know. I don't watch the news or anything. Did we go to a mask requirement in Ohio?
Yeah, we did. Yep.
When's that start?
Today. At
later?
Yeah, like in the evening.
So it like if you go in a store or something, it's required. Is that?
Hey, what I read was certain stores are whatever you want to call required. It's not being enforced by law.
Right.
So some stores are making you wear a mask when you go in. Some stores aren't. I did read where the sheriff's department isn't enforcing anything.
Basically said, don't call us.
Yeah, I mean,
we're not California. We don't have a hotline for you to turn in your neighbor.
Yeah, I mean, I know Walmart, Kroger, those places are making you wear a mask
or
to go in.
Or the national chain stuff.
Yes.
So I assume like a BP gas station, shit like that.
I wouldn't assume that. Probably, maybe. I don't know. I don't know either. It's
interesting. I have one in my vehicle just in case.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to wear them. I'm a bitcher.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't want to do it, but
I don't want to either. But if that's what it is, I mean, I don't mind. It's not like I'm going out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, hey, I got to run in the gas station real quick, grab a pack of smokes. Of like, yeah, I can throw a mask on. It's
Yeah, I don't know.
Although I just snagged the one from work. It's one that I'd used.
Yeah.
So it's actually got, from doing some grinding and stuff. It's actually got
it's stuff on the outside of it. Yeah.
Stuff on the outside. Because one of the guys that works there, he said, now this is before that order came out. He's like, man, I've been trying to find masks. You just can't find them.
Yeah, you can't.
I mean,
you got to find somebody that.
So when they go mandatory, you go, well, where I understand. I'm not arguing in the mandatory thing. I'm conceding that point.
Yeah.
Where the fuck am I supposed to buy them?
Yeah. How can I go into the store and buy it if I don't have one? Yeah.
Where and what stores even have them? Because you're still, rubber glove problems. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have one too, but it doesn't work. Like my grandmother made me one.
Oh,
so
basically, you just need something that shows the effort.
Yeah, I need like a bandana.
Yeah. Huh. My
head,
head's probably too big for a bandana.
When we had to use one for practice and stuff, I got my camo hunting thing that goes around like your neck. I put it up. I put it above my nose. That's what I did. It was hot.
I could do that too because I've got the like the camo, like the whole where just face. The eyes are cut out, like the whole mask. I could probably do that.
Yeah, walk into a store with that. Yeah, I'll take a pack of smokes.
Yeah.
Do you plan on paying for this? Or yeah, I'll pay for it, I guess, this time.
I mean, I've watched a lot of people walk in the gas station and just keep their motorcycle helmet on. It's like, feels like you'd want to get that off because it's pretty fucking hot
it's gotta be hot in there.
But it's a full face shield of like, I feel like we're in a movie.
Yeah.
Like the other guys who's like, watch out, it's Colombian drug lords. Where'd you get that information? Yeah. But that's what I think of when I see that. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, it's a drug lord. I don't know what he's doing at the gas station here.
Yeah, in Lima, Ohio.
Must be making a meat.
Yeah, must be.
Gonna drop off to the cartels.
I'll see you down at the docks.
Yeah. I don't know what docks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, I don't mind. I hear a lot of people bitching about, oh, this is bullshit making us do this. It's like, it's really not that big of a deal.
It's really not. It's really not that big of a deal. Do I want to wear one? No.
It's hot out.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the smell of my own breath.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm a smoker.
With you, yeah, I
already struggle to breathe. I'm wide and I smoke. Now you want me to force air through this mask?
Yeah.
And I have to cut a hole in the mask for my cigarette? I mean, seems like that's just defeating the purpose.
Yeah.
Because you think I'm not going to smoke? I mean, what the fuck?
Going to take my right away from me from smoking?
And then my other favorite thing is the people wearing the mask even before this. Hey, it's not covering your nose, so
yeah, I know.
What are you doing?
All right, so I got this. It bugs me when people wear the mask in their cars.
Yeah, I see that all the time. By
themselves. It bugs me. It really does. So I'm working the other day at a golf course. I see a guy park right beside the window. I watch him get out. He gets out of his car. He's the only one in his car with the mask on. Okay.
Yeah.
Gets his clubs out. Walks up to the board and stuff. Comes in. When he comes in, he takes off his mask.
Like it's only outside?
Yes. He comes in, takes off his mask, pays, I give him his cart key, all this, goes outside. I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to put his mask back on. No, he doesn't. No. He does all 18 without his mask on, comes back in, gives me the key, goes back outside, puts his mask on before he gets in his car and drives off.
That makes zero fucking sense.
It made no sense.
Well, it was running the air conditioner. It could have picked that stuff up and blew it all through my car.
I was like, I'm thinking to myself, what in the hell did I just watch? What the hell just happened? I mean, I was just like, I was appalled.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I get it. If you want to wear, he was an older guy, so I get it. Them wearing the mask. Yeah. I mean, I've assumed the conversation and the exchange of cash, maybe wear the mask. I mean, I know we're 6 feet apart, but
yeah,
I mean, that would have made more sense to come inside where people are to keep your mask on and then take it off when you're outside. But no,
yeah,
it did not.
And I've seen a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like people in there just wearing a mask.
Yeah.
You're the only one in your vehicle.
Mm-hmm. It bugs me.
Yeah.
Because I'm
me
like,
too.
I mean, it's just you.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, do you wear one at your house?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
Well, they said mandatory.
I hate when it first went down and I was working there. I would hate when you'd see two guys come in the same car and then ask for two separate carts.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's their whole thing of like every golfer wants their own cart.
Yeah.
Well, we'll play so much faster. No, you won't.
No, you won't.
Because you play what you play.
Yeah.
And you think it's going to be faster.
It's not.
But somehow you end up being slower.
Because both guys still go look for the one ball.
You're just driving.
Yeah. I mean, both guys still look for the ball. That's just a courteous thing to do.
It's just one of those things of like, hey, if we ask, they have to give it to us.
Yeah.
Well, not really, but.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know if I get in trouble.
We rode in the car together.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, you guys just got out of the car together. Well, I was like, no, I'm not. I was like, no, I'm not. No, sorry.
That kind of defeats the purpose.
I said, if you came separately and asked, yeah, okay, but I watched you two get out of the car in the same car.
Yeah. Park at the end of the parking lot so
smarter.
I can't see you.
Be smarter about it.
Be better.
Yeah.
Be a better human about that.
Dick.
Fucking people.
I had a guy, again, come out. Said, okay, it's just me and a friend golfing. But between the two friends, they had to bring their kids.
Oh.
There was 6 of them, and they wanted an individual cart for all 6 kids. I said, no. And he goes, oh, okay, well, we're not going to golf then.
Good.
Okay, that's fine. See you later.
I'm okay with letting this money walk.
Yes.
Because you're going to fuck something up. That's kind of what's coming.
Individual kids on golf carts? No, I'm not doing that. They're not even able to drive. They're not even able to drive.
They're 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, let's give them a golf cart.
Yeah. That'd be smart.
You don't ever read stories about people dying in those.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the narrow bridges that are out there.
Yeah,
that wouldn't work well.
No, fucking people are the worst.
They are.
Except the people that listen to this podcast.
They're the best.
They're the best. I was gonna tell you, I can't remember what it was. I was driving the other day and something pissed me off. Like I've lately I've had a real short fuse out on the roadways of just like, be a fucking human.
Yeah.
just be a fucking human.
Be better.
And I think some of it was, trying to get something to eat, go through a drive-through of like, hey, you don't have to fucking text every time your car comes to a stop.
I know it.
Like 2 cars have pulled up. I haven't got an order yet.
Yeah.
It's like the double lanes.
Yeah.
The other side just keeps fucking moving because you're texting and you won't go.
Uh-huh.
Dick. These people were here after me.
Yeah. Motherfuckers.
I hate that double lane shit.
The double lane shit. I get confused because I don't know when to go and
of
when
who
not
gets
to
go first.
Yeah. And then I want like, how do they know it's my order?
Well, they usually ask.
I get it, but I don't remember what I order sometimes. So
well, you just try to memorize the total that they give you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That comes up to $3. No fucking way that's mine.
No, yeah. $3. Mine's more of the 20 range. So
the one that I got is I was at the QP.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go there very often. But
because of the lines, because of the weight. Yeah,
but
it's ridiculous.
I happened to be going by and, it was like half the normal line. I'm like, hey, maybe I'd grab a burger.
Yeah.
And the car in front of me, it's still a long ass line.
Mm-hmm.
And takes forever.
Yep.
The guy got a small coffee. Of like, dude, you just waited for like fucking 15 minutes for a small coffee?
Yeah. Because they don't have those anywhere else.
Yeah, you can't get those anywhere. There's really good. Is it? I'm sure it's
you can
Folgers.
walk inside and get that.
Sure can.
Yeah.
Sure can.
Oh, man. People are dumb.
Oh, that was it. People dragging big trailers going where they shouldn't be going, like a drive-through.
Oh, yeah.
That was the one of like, what the fuck? You're not. Dude,
no.
This is just not.
It's not appropriate for anything.
You're screwing over everybody.
Yeah. Your trailer is either taking up at least 2 cars.
Oh, yeah.
And then, God, what an ass.
And then you can't turn. So you can't come in behind them because they have to keep jockeying around to turn around the building.
God, that can't be fun either as the driver.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Nobody's that good of a trailer driver to where you
really
can do
want
that.
Wendy's that bad? Because there's other fucking places, man.
Or park in the fucking big-ass parking lot back of Wendy's and walk forward.
Well, you're not allowed to go in.
Wendy's
is still under that, I think. Because I watched somebody try to go in and give it the old door lock.
Yeah, the fucking...
where it feels like ripped your fingers off. Uh-huh. You look like an idiot. I understand, but...
Yeah.
You got to look over both. Did anybody
see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Everybody did.
Everybody's seen that. I videoed it, bitch. Good luck. Yeah, so college football probably not going to happen.
Probably not going to happen. No, we teeter around there.
Yeah, I don't think.
No, it can't. If it does, I'd be shocked.
I would be too. I don't even know how. Because how do you do that? Like if the SEC and them don't play conference only.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just say we live in Ohio State. If Ohio State goes undefeated, be 9-0 on their conference schedule.
Yep.
But there's a couple teams ahead of them that played full schedules and they're 12-1.
Uh-huh.
What do you do with that?
I know.
How do you figure that out?
How do you do that?
Obviously, Ohio State would go because they make more money. So that's what you do.
That's probably what you're going with. But still, though, it is a good question. Especially Ohio State had a not shit non-conference schedule. They at least had somebody that was in another
everybody
Power
said
5.
That, everybody I seen on Twitter was like, well, and Oregon was going to beat them too.
Yeah, well,
probably not. You think you're not any good.
Probably not. No, you weren't any good last year.
If you recall, the best team you ever had got throttled in the national championship game. So
so that's not going to happen.
They could just hold off till January if they're not going to have sports. They could just have the playoff. Yeah. Just Clemson, Ohio State, Alabama, and let's throw in somebody else.
Give me a coin toss.
Probably not Oklahoma this year. Yeah. Give it to Georgia.
Yeah.
If you're feeling it.
Yeah.
Who
knows?
So that's the one when they say, well, maybe a 6-game schedule. How the fuck does that work either? Well, they played a 6-game schedule. How are you going to do the playoff? half the fucking Division I's undefeated.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing? I mean,
idiots. Fucking people are stupid.
See, that'd be the funny thing is they play conference only, and then they end up going to Indianapolis so they can have their conference championship game of like, well, are you still telling me this isn't about money? That this is okay. The games that you canceled happen to be all the ones you have to write a check for? Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Think about all those schools.
Yeah.
Like, I was Cincinnati on Ohio State's schedule this year.
I have no idea.
That's
I
probably
don't remember
$1 million check for them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah.
When Bowling Green and Miami's and them come to town.
Mm-hmm. They get a lot.
Hey, all this money you're planning to help your athletics? Not happening this year.
Nope. Sorry, guys.
So go ahead and just charge full rates for your online classes.
Yeah.
Sons of bitches. Fucking college.
The son of a bitch.
Dirty some bitches. You're a heartless some bitch.
Heartless some bitch.
I think that was my own. That was an American Dad.
Yeah.
Where he has them all out and they're doing like the cattle drive.
Oh,
and he makes Barry kill the cow and he just goes, "You're a stone cold some bitch."
God, I like American Dad.
Oh, it's so funny. I started watching that Paradise PD.
Is that any good?
It is so over the top. And I mean so over the top. Of like 10 minutes in, you're like, oh, okay, this is how this is going.
Like more over the top than Big Mouth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like Big Mouth, pretty tame.
Compared to this one? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
let me tell you, spoiler alert for the first episode.
Okay.
I'll tell you just how it starts. Because it's based on, obviously cops.
Yeah.
The chief is getting ready to bang his wife, and apparently he has these beautiful testicles.
Okay.
And she loves his balls. So he's kind of in missionary position, but up on his knees, and they show a view from behind of his balls dangling. And his son is like 7 and found his gun.
Oh.
And came in and goes, "Hey, I'm a cop like Dad." And he shoots his balls off. That's kind of how it starts.
Okay.
So it doesn't get any better from there. It just keeps going. So it was
who created this?
How far do we think we can push this?
Yeah. Who created this?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I didn't watch credits.
I didn't know if it was anybody like...
It's kind of a crossover. Remember when Brickleberry used to be that Daniel Tosh thing? It kind of has a lot of the same people, so I'm guessing it's kind of that production company.
Gotcha. Yeah, so, Brickleberry was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's, it was on Comedy Central. If it had been on Netflix, probably been real good.
Oh, yeah.
But, it's, it goes after it.
Yeah.
It goes after it pretty hard.
Okay.
So it's one of those ones of, I don't think it's not better than like a Family Guy or American Dad or anything.
But it's just over the top of.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's like, it's worth a watch,
Yeah.
It's
Jesus. You really can do anything with cartoons, can't you? Because people just go, it's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon. It's not bad.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, shit. I don't know anything else that happened the NBA wise guy breaks quarantine.
Yeah, everybody's breaking quarantine.
The one in Toronto with the baseball players of like up to a $750,000 fine of like, man, they ain't fucking around at all.
No, Canada said fucking stay.
NBA gets down there, tries to get a meal delivery, crosses the quarantine zone, bubble of like, dude, did you not understand? It hasn't been a fucking week yet.
No.
You got another 40 days, pal, and that's if you get knocked out.
Yeah.
And then there was some Instagram thoughts and stuff like that already coming out. So, they've been telling us to come down that they can get us in.
Exactly.
Like, all right, well, this isn't going to...
Yeah, the NBA's
not going to go well.
There was a tweet from a chick that said, I've already been invited to the bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the NBA season's not happening.
Yeah,
that's
it's
the
just
case.
Gonna,
because these guys can't fucking...
seen the one of like them talking about it was like, I think it was Isaiah Thomas Jr.?
Yeah.
Who came out and goes, well, trust me, LeBron's not staying in the same place that we're staying.
Okay.
Like he might be in,
he
might be in the castle. Or like he's not doing what we're doing. He's kind of has his own
He's got his own shit.
But they just can't. They're never going to make it.
No, it's like...
Because if you're going on a 10-day mandatory quarantine, everybody's going to do it. And they said people are already calling the hotline of like, Well, for sure, wait till you're playing the Lakers and then call the day before. Hey, I fucking seen LeBron. he went to the Sizzler.
He took his whole family.
You don't think he'd go there? That's why he said he was going there. It's kind of like that's why Tiger Woods was banging girls from the Waffle House, because nobody'd believe it. You wouldn't believe that LeBron would go to the Sizzler.
Yeah.
That's why he went there.
Yeah.
He's a genius.
But it's like a fucking 10-year-old kids at camp. Like, they can't just stay in the goddamn room.
It's literally been less than a week.
Well, I gotta get out. I gotta do this.
That's DoorDash coming.
Uh-huh.
Are you even allowed to do that?
I don't know. I
don't know how that works. They have like a little box, and with a rope attached to it, and they throw it over the boundary line.
Yeah.
Put that shit in there and then drag it back. I don't know. Is that okay? I don't know.
God, it's dumb. Those guys are fucking animals. Can't just control themselves for.
I need to fuck.
Yeah.
I haven't fucked an Instagram model in days.
I need it.
I need it bad.
It's fucking got somebody in the corner sitting on their knees, holding their knees shaking. Like, I gotta do it.
Yeah, I need her. I seen her on the gram. I slid in her DMs. I want her here. That's a job. Think about that.
I know it.
That's a fucking job.
Yeah.
Crazy. I get my nipples hard and pose for Instagram and then wait on an NBA guy to contact me. That's a job.
That's a job. God damn.
I heard that Dan Bilzerian that kind of made that famous, having all the chicks around him and stuff like that.
I heard he's broke.
Guns. Yeah, that came out that is like, he's got no fucking money. Yeah. Like, oh.
It makes sense. Have you seen the shit?
Well, the way you seem to be blowing through it.
Yeah.
Money train's going to end at some point in time, pal.
Seems like it. What he put on the Cerrone McGregor fight, he put almost like $500,000 on Cerrone.
Yeah. This is a bad.
That's a bad take.
bad.
Yeah, that's a terrible bet.
Well, Connor's been off for almost 2 years. Still Conor McGregor.
Conor.
I mean,
Cerrone just fights anybody.
Yeah.
Nobody said. I mean, is he a good fighter?
Matter.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One of the best ever.
Yeah, but it's Conor. It's not that caliber.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like fighting Joe Schmo.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty big deal.
Yeah. No shit.
I did that. I've been on doing some fan dueling.
Yeah.
I did it for the UFC. You pick. Basically, obviously, because FanDuel wise, we can only do the fantasy side. We can't gamble individually yet. Mm-hmm. So with your entry, you got to pick 6 fighters, and you get like $100.
Okay.
And then each fighter's got a salary.
Gotcha.
I did horribly, horrific.
Yeah.
Just not good. And then I did the one for the fight on Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know hardly anybody in that fight, so I'm just picking randoms.
Yeah.
Fucking
terrible.
Worse. At least I kind of knew who was going to win.
Yeah.
But, it's like the biggest one on the card for the last one is like the girl that was fighting Paige.
Yeah.
100% she was going to win.
Oh, yeah.
Her salary is like $24 fucking out of my 100 though. I can't do that.
Can't do that, no.
And get anybody else.
Uh-huh.
I mean.
Yeah.
So I lost that one horrifically. Didn't finish in the money on Wednesday either. So now I've got one for the Memorial Tournament going.
Okay.
And I wasn't doing well with that either. Because how
many golfers do they give you?
6.
6?
I think. Let me take a look here, see if I can. Yeah. I'm not doing well. The leader is at 325 points. I have 61. I have 61. I'm pretty much, you can just say I'm 300 points behind, which is just god awful. 6 players because Justin Thomas playing like a fuck.
Yeah.
And DeChambeau. Justin Thomas and DeChambeau and Daniel Berger.
And they're all doing shit?
Berger's, he's got
Thomas
23
just played
points.
the fucking course last week.
He was at a playoff.
Yeah, what the hell? And he's sucking
man?
that bad? Jesus.
And then Graham McDowell. Because, you got to pick some.
Yeah, you got to pick
For me to have Berger, DeChambeau, and Thomas, I had to pick some guys.
Oh, yeah.
So I got Ian Poulter and Graham McDowell.
Poulter's not bad.
Make the cut, Poulter shoots 4 over yesterday.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Graham McDowell's gonna miss the fucking cut because he's 10 over now. So he's got me 2 points. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Oh. But of all the guys I picked, not one of them is under par.
Wow.
And I picked some big names.
You did. Yeah.
What the fuck's going on?
Fucking.
So when I picked that lineup, I'm like, hey,
it's not bad.
It's a pretty good lineup.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nope. They dicked you.
Nah. Sons of bitches. Because I didn't want to go with the Tiger thing because I figured everybody's.
You
got to kind of go.
Yep. You got to kind of go off the wall.
You got to go off.
Yeah. I've done FanDuel before. I mean, it's fun.
Fan.
It's fun.
Big fan.
Yeah.
I like doing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I'm sure they'll have one for people that make the cut, so maybe I'll jump in there. I'm not going to win the $100,000 in this one, but
damn it.
That was a funny thing when I was doing that before. I don't like. I'll watch some NBA, but I don't. Fantasy wise, I don't know anything about that shit.
It's actually easier.
Yeah, I figured that out because they did.
You can do it by game time.
Yeah, they do those little tournaments where they have. It's just a night.
Yeah, just the night games. Yeah,
100 players. First place, for $1. First place gets $25 or whatever. I was talking to a guy, Josh, that we both know.
Yeah,
and he's a big NBA guy.
Uh-huh.
So I did too. I let him pick a lineup, and then I picked a lineup.
Uh-huh.
His lineup didn't finish in the money. Mine fucking won. I won the damn thing. Of like, it's like, well, shit. Why am I only getting the $1 one?
Well, yeah. I mean, but the bad part is with like the NBA one only giving 100 players, all of like the big name guys are like way overpriced.
Right.
So you kind of have to get like a lot of those mid-level guys, maybe 1 or 2 stars. But
but I actually did okay. It's so hard.
I do way better at the NBA ones than the NFL ones.
Well, the NFL's so
They're
hard.
fucking ridiculous. Yeah.
So hard.
It is easier if you go from the times. So if you just pick like the 4:00 games, or if you just pick like the 2 night games, the Sunday night, Monday night games.
I would always do shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'd throw a couple entries into the big one because I need to win $100,000 if I can. George did pretty well with it.
That's good.
He made some money.
Yeah, good.
A couple times. I think my biggest win on like the big one that's every game.
Mm-hmm.
I think I won a couple $100 once.
Oh, okay.
That you get into the top.
The big one,
500 or whatever.
I've never done one because it's just hard for me to choose.
Yeah,
I just feel like fuck, so I get pissy. But I've won like $25-$30 before on those.
Yeah. I've never 200 or 250 was the most I won. And that's, 100,000 people in it or whatever. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
It ain't easy.
No, it's not.
It ain't easy.
No.
And the bad thing is about it, man, you set that lineup, you're like, this is fucking it.
This is it.
$100,000 coming my way, motherfucker.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh,
didn't even finish in the top half.
Nope.
Okay. Everybody knew that. And the weird thing is like you go through like the people who win it of like they all have roughly the same lineups.
Yeah.
With people you've never even fucking heard of. It's like, I knew this 4-string running back was going to run for 280 yards, catch a touchdown, and get a fumble recovery somehow.
Yeah.
Because he was still playing on special teams. Like, no, fuck.
Did you know that? Yeah. People take that real fucking seriously.
Well, and I don't know if they started getting the bots out of there where people, submit 100, of 6,000 entries out of 100,000 of like, well, fuck, man.
You're gonna make some money somewhere.
You're putting up $20,000 for this? Okay.
Yeah.
You have a bigger bankroll than I do.
A lot bigger.
I didn't even want to put up the 20.
I don't even
because I knew I don't
do anything over 5, so
mostly I do. And this one was like $8.
Okay.
But that was probably a mistake, obviously. These fucking guys can't play with a shit.
Yeah.
DeChambeau didn't take your injections this week?
Yeah.
The fuck, man?
Stupid bastard.
I don't understand why they won't do what I want them to do. Just be good. Why can't my 6 guys finish top 6? Could you imagine that if you picked a lineup?
And all of top 6.
Like it was the top 6 of like, fuck, and I didn't get, if I'd have gotten the $10 one, I'd have won like $800,000.
Oh, God.
Yeah, shit. All right, so Washington's getting a new name. People are alleging
sexual misconduct.
Possibly football's not going to happen as far as college goes. Kind of our thoughts and feelings.
Yeah.
The NBA can't keep it in their pants. And I'm bad at FanDuel.
Yeah. All right, that's the show.
That's a show.
That's the show, people.
Wrap it up.
Whiteside.